This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
I have an idea I want to pitch.
Okay.
And I got the help of legendary Edmonton broadcaster Gary James, who hosts our weekend playback show.
This guy has been a radio legend for decades in the city.
Yeah, I just really wanted to sell the idea, and I felt like my voice wasn't really doing the job, so I got a big voice to pitch the idea.
Yeah, sometimes we need a different voice, too, to kind of grab people's attention.
Yeah, I get to play like a character role in this commercial.
There is a part in this commercial that makes me laugh so hard, and it's a part about carrots. That's all I'm going to say. So when that part comes, I hope everyone else laughs as hard as I do.
Let us know what you think if you think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, and your lovely lady is expecting the most romantic night ever. But let me guess, you forgot to book reservations. There's still time to call Valen-Crimes. We'll distract your loved one on Valentine's Day by making something happen that drastically alters both of your lives.
Little Jeremy got expelled from kindergarten today. His teacher said she found a dime bag of Indonesian heroin in his Jimmy Neutron backpack. Looks like we're going to have a serious chat with him. Oh, it's too bad that it's on Valentine's Day. Looks like we're going to have to reschedule our plans.
Honey, there's no way we're gonna make the reservation. I didn't make now, because I just found out Grandma died again.
Honey, I just got news from the doctor that I have scurvy. If I eat pasta at that fancy Italian place that I sort of booked reservations at, I'll probably die. Why don't we just stay at home and eat this bag of carrots?
Make all your excuses come true. Valen-Crimes, the only way to get out of that Valentine's Day you didn't plan and still maybe pull some tail.
What do you think?
It's so good.
Yeah. I could make a lot of money off this, I think.
I think you could.
1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I got a good feeling about the game today.
I love that.
Cheryl, your caller 7, first time getting through. We're going to break down how the game works, and then it's all you to win $1,000, okay?
Thank you.
So you're going to choose a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room and not be able to hear anything that goes down in round 1, where we will give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in. They'll do the same thing. For every answer that matches yours and your teammates, it's $25. If you hit all 5, it's $1,000. You've got a 25-second timer you got to deal with as well, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, who's your teammate this morning?
I think I'm going to take Brother Ryder.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. Like Ryder said, starting that 25-second timer after I say your first word. Best of luck. You've got this, okay?
Thank you.
What is the first word that comes to your mind when I say shampoo?
Conditioner.
Hike.
A mountain.
Kernels.
Colonels. Sanders.
Staircase.
Oh, staircases. Climb.
Duck.
Goose.
Love it. Great answers. And still had
Thank
some
you.
time left on the clock. It's kind of more stressful when you're actually caller 7 and you got the timer, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can't believe I listen to it every morning and it's like still can't believe it.
Okay, well, we're winning money today.
Let's do this.
Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say shampoo?
Hair?
Conditioner.
No.
I'm mad at you.
What?
Everyone's mad at you.
A lot of people use shampoo and they don't use conditioner, but everyone uses shampoo on what?
Their hair.
That's not a bad
That's true.
answer.
Okay, rough start.
Sorry, Cheryl, about
No
my
worries.
friend.
No, I'm sorry about my friend. What comes to your mind when I say hike?
Now I'm stressed. Hike. Walk.
Mountain.
That was my other answer.
Staircase.
Climb?
Yeah!
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I would have. We're not on the wall of shame.
Good.
Oh, we got $25. Let's make it 50. What comes to mind when I say duck?
I got 2 answers.
Duck.
I'm going to say goose.
Yeah!
Okay, good. Hunt was the other one. Duck hunt.
Last word.
$75 is not a bad game. 75 is not a bad game. Let's go.
What comes to mind when I say kernels?
Popcorn.
I love your answer. Sanders is what Cheryl said.
Colonels. You know what would have even been funnier?
Sanders.
Just Anders. Colonel Sanders.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being such a great sport. You picked up $50, thankfully.
Thank
oh
you.
my gosh.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you too.
Next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50, and I can't wait for somebody to choose you as a teammate.
Listen.
And you to miss a couple, like ones that could have went either way, and me to absolutely shame you.
I'm just never going to use that word again. Just like, I knew it was a fail. You've never used shampoo in your life.
Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I've only known you as a bald man. So I assume that's what you've looked like your whole life.
Sometimes I use shampoo on my bald head. Thank you very much.
I just can't stop thinking about a tweet that I read yesterday. The tweet says, having beef at work is so funny because how are you 47 and you don't like me?
It's having like an enemy at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the replies are even better and so relatable, which makes me wonder if our listeners have been in this boat or currently are.
There's not always that one person.
I feel like there is, Ryder.
I went my entire work career for the most part without like a beef.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Unless maybe
it's selective. For
maybe
sure.
people have had beef with me and you just
don't care.
I'm oblivious.
Well, Ryder is such a glass half full type of person and gives everyone the benefit of the doubt, which I do find very admirable. But I do think that high school never ends. It's just like that the school cafeteria turns into the break room instead.
Can I make a bold statement?
Sure.
I would say most of the time this happens, it's lady on lady hate.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I bet there's a lot of people listening now. Maybe, there's that one guy on the site that is just constantly mean to the younger guy, even though the younger guy is working hard.
For sure. The power trippers out there cause a lot of the at work beef. People that think that, their role is more important than it is. It's like, calm down.
But I get what you mean. There's usually like a older woman in HR that you're like, why do you hate me? I'm just inquiring about something.
And like an older lady that is threatened by better looking,
someone that
younger,
could come in, take their job, maybe become their boss one day. That's scary to
or
think.
even like their at work crush all of a sudden isn't giving them as much attention because there's this new rocket in sales.
Listen, just because someone's older than you, I know that there's that saying like respect your elders, but sometimes if they're going to be sassy with you, you put your foot down.
Time for Recommend Something, where we recommend something.
Yep, it's as simple as that. I got a gift card for Christmas, and it was to a place I don't frequent. And a lot of people say, like, oh, gift cards are lazy. Like, get them something that makes you think of them. No. I like that this was something off-brand for me, a store I've never even really walked into before.
Okay.
And I think that that's great. Give somebody a gift card for a brand new experience in their life.
So rather than, like, normally when I buy gift cards for people, I'll buy them for a place that I think that they really like.
Yeah, that they go to often. You know they're going to spend their money there anyway, so why not send them through a different door?
Right. So for somebody like you who never reads,
that's not true.
I could get you a gift card to, like, Chapters. That would be... What a wild ride that would be.
I ran a book club for 5 years, and you didn't pick up a book once during those 5 years.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you said that you guys very rarely talked about the book or read it.
We read it.
It's like that hockey team, the Ghosts, that have they have a team, but they never show up. They just go to the bar instead.
Yeah, they just pretend they have a hockey team.
Yeah.
But it's just to get out of the house.
That was your book club.
Yeah, I guess kind of. But here's something I wouldn't recommend. When you do go to said store, remember your gift card. Because I walk in, I grab $80 worth of stuff, go to the till, forgot the gift card, had to just pay
Oh,
for everything.
no.
Yeah, it was awful. So I'm recommending getting somebody a gift card to somewhere that they don't frequent, but just if you are on the receiving end, don't leave it at home.
I got stuck in the elevator at work yesterday. If you want to see the video, Play 107 YEG on Instagram. So I've come up with a list of 7 things elevators should have in them in case there's a breakdown. They have a TV in there that just pumps out random facts.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but they should have sports on it instead. Then I would have been fine.
Or maybe Netflix.
Sure. Yeah, just so like a functional TV. So maybe even a remote for that TV that's in there. Because I got through those stupid facts within the first 4 minutes. And then it was just on a rotator. That was it. At number 6, a tennis ball.
Oh, to throw against the wall.
It just would have been, I was sitting there. I would have probably been able to get a streak like the Oilers had going. You know what I mean? Just bouncing like cray. At number 5, a vending machine.
Yeah, we're hungry.
I don't use the one here at work, but if it would have been in the elevator yesterday, I would have loaded up chips and chocolate bars. At number 4, Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi. Why is that?
I don't know.
If you need connection on your phone anywhere, it's in an elevator.
Right? You want to stand with your phone in your hand and not talk to the strangers that get on, but everybody knows your phone ain't working in there.
Yeah, you're pretending.
At number 3, for things that should be on elevators just in case you get trapped in them like I was yesterday, pillows.
Oh, yes.
Would have
Yeah,
had it.
you didn't look very comfortable. There was a little tiny crack in the door so I could see in just to make sure you're still breathing.
At number 2, Italian supermodel twins.
I don't know if everyone needs that on the elevator when they're stuck.
And at number 1, a bathroom.
So I was Googling about waxing and,
You got a beach vacation next week?
well, yeah. And so I was just curious about, I had a couple questions. Anyway, and I had it left open on my computer. But at the same time, I was texting our engineer that I was having issues with my mouse, and he can log into my computer from home. So while you and I were live on air, I can see in my peripheral vision the mouse moving around, and I'm like, oh no, not now. Just embarrassing. I'm a little bit mortified.
So you were dealing with issues with your mouse while trying to solve issues about another furry creature.
Anyway, let's move on.
You were pretty specific, too, with what you were Googling
Yes,
about.
Ryder.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny part. We can't just ignore the fact that you're like, does it hurt if I get it done here? That's what he had to see.
I just can't stop thinking about a tweet that I read yesterday. The tweet says, having beef at work is so funny because how are you 47 and you don't like me?
It's having like an enemy at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the replies are even better and so relatable, which makes me wonder if our listeners have been in this boat or currently are.
There's not always that one person.
I feel like there is, Ryder.
I went my entire work career for the most part without like a beef.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Unless maybe
it's selective. For
maybe
sure.
people have had beef with me and
You just don't care.
I'm oblivious.
Well, Ryder is such a glass half full type of person and gives everyone the benefit of the doubt, which I do find very admirable. But I do think that high school never ends. It's just like that the school cafeteria turns into the break room instead.
Can I make a bold statement?
Sure.
I would say most of the time this happens, it's lady on lady hate.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I bet there's a lot of people listening now. Maybe, there's that one guy on the site that is just constantly mean to the younger guy, even though the younger guy is working hard.
For sure. The power trippers out there cause a lot of the at work beef. People that think that, their role is more important than it is. It's like, calm down.
But I get what you mean. There's usually like a older woman in HR that you're like, why do you hate me? I'm just inquiring about something.
And like an older lady that is threatened by better looking,
someone that
younger,
could come in, take their job, maybe become their boss one day. That's scary to
or
think.
even like their at work crush all of a sudden isn't giving them as much attention because there's this new rocket in sales.
Listen, just because someone's older than you, I know that there's that saying like respect your elders, but sometimes if they're going to be sassy with you, you put your foot down. I was discussing this with Sheena that works here. Well, we call her Machina on the show. She's awesome. We need to get her on the show more. She's so funny. And she works in our experiences department, our promotions department. And I just sent her a screenshot of the tweet and I was like, how good is this? Because she has like a pretty good big following on social. So I like to share with her like funny memes that she can post. And she came back with a solid chirp that I think I'm going to start using if people older than me are mean to me.
So once again, this was in response to the tweet you sent it to her.
Yes. So the tweet again says, having beef at work with someone is so funny because how are you 47 and you don't like me?
Right.
And she said, right? Like, calm down, early bird special. And I was like, I'm absolutely calling somebody that if they're ever sassy with me. And keep in mind, 47 is not old. The person that tweeted this is like 18.
Right. So for us, it's like a 59-year-old.
65-year-old.
Yeah.
And even that's not that old.
Right. But early bird special is a hilarious name to call somebody older than you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We should actually get Machina on one day to just tell us all of her solid comebacks.
Could you also call them senior discount?
Yes.
That's a good chirp for somebody that's older than you that's being rude.
But I just think early bird special is such a funny nickname.
Top notch. Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, hit us up if you can relate with this tweet. The question this morning is, do you have beef with someone that could be your parents' age at work? And now we've got a lot of people saying yes. Everyone has that one person at work that for some reason they just want to see their downfall. Just constantly giving you a hard time, making your job harder.
Yeah, a lot of people have this person at work.
Yeah.
Ricky's even calling his a punk-ass bee. So he's really fired up.
Yeah, Zoe says, I'm soon to be 25, and there is a 50-year-old lady that constantly tries to drag my name down.
I like to stay above it, but God, it would be fun to just
tell them how you really feel.
Oh.
Yeah, Ryder's definitely, like I said earlier, glass half full, always positive. And when people are rude to him, he's like, oh, they're having a bad day. It has nothing to do with me. I'm like, what? How do you...
Even though I'm just lying to myself, like it probably does have a lot to do with me.
Mackenzie, who tunes into the show from Wainwright, said, 100% yes, I have somebody who I beef with at work. She's old enough to be my grandma.
She's probably just pissed she's living in Wainwright.
And like still working. Don't make fun of Wainwright.
What?
That's where Mackenzie lives too, you know.
Yeah, I just know the area. I grew up somewhat close to Wainwright.
Okay.
It's got some good, it's got a good bar.
Okay, Jeff has a great suggestion. Right now we're brainstorming what to call people that are either half your age or double your age when they're mean to you at work.
Yeah.
So Jeff's suggestion is calm down, juice box.
Ooh.
That's good.
Pipe down, Paw Patrol, says Derek. Really good, too.
These are so great.
Kristen says Caillou.
I would hate it if somebody called me that. So that's a good one.
Romper Room is what Boxer suggested. The thing is, you can't go too old school with the kid shows you're calling them because then they wouldn't get it.
Right.
It has Paw Patrol's perfect because they definitely know what that is.
Yes. What about MASH? I'm trying to think of something for older people. They loved that show and movie. Is there anything an older reference we can come up with here?
Road to Avonlea. Coronation Street.
Yeah. We got a couple texts from people being like, we need an update on Ryder's missing passport. And if you didn't text that in, we wouldn't have talked about it. So thank you.
Yeah, so, and this is, without our listeners, I would have never known to take this path. I even, mockingly laughed at it yesterday. When we were talking about this and I was really stressed out, can I even go and get another urgent passport when mine is currently, being mailed to me?
Right.
Because I didn't know what the answer would be to that. And so a lot of people coming through with some suggestions, one of which was contact your MP. Your member of parliament.
Which,
and I was like,
what do you mean?
It's they're not going to have time to deal with somebody's passport.
Turns out they do have time for it.
Hot damn. They were on it. Sent me all the stuff I needed to fill out. And then we're like, we'll get back to you. Because you're supposed to be able to contact the Canadian Passport Agency and get answers, but there's just not enough people that work there. So you just can never get through. So that's what I said to the person I was talking to at the MP office yesterday. And bingo bango, I get the answer within hours.
Yeah, it did help that you were super kind.
Just looking now at Canada Post and it's saying it's going to be delivered later today. So if I wouldn't have checked with my MP, I probably would have went and stood in line at a passport agency.
For 6 hours at least.
And maybe not even been able to do it because I have already ordered my new one. Like, it was just an absolute disaster. But I think I'm going to start using this moving forward.
What?
Contacting my MP when I want to know things.
Ryder, you're not going to keep contacting them if it's something silly.
Yeah, like, hey, how long can I keep raw chicken in the fridge before I cook it, MP? They'll answer anything.
No, they won't. They don't have time for that.
Did I actually do something wrong, or is Lisa just PMSing? I'm going to ask.
Ryder.
I'm going to ask the MP.
I will say I have very bad PMS. It's genetics.
Right now?
Next week. Oh, when we're on a beach.
Well, good.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.